story till now. Jeff meets with the Glasswalker to help narrow the search. Adam becomes a major point of interest after learning who his father is. Calvin shows his hand and shares a name of a Sabbat priest. Henry shares what he is with Amber and warns her of the danger. Tawana and Duncan meet to talk, revealing his eye has to calm the Black Fury. And so, the story continues.
The last session, we ended off with everybody just kind of talking around the table in the warehouse Coterie Haven. I'm assuming the characters at that point went and laid down and slept through the daytime, and the moon has reached the horizon, so a new day for you guys have begun. What would everyone like to do?
Emma is going to get herself a little nibble from the fridge. Well, I guess a Slurpee from the fridge, and is gonna go start looking at the board and the leads that we have.
I'm following Emma in and grabbing a big boy Capri Sun. And then I'm gonna go sit back down on my comfy chair and slurp that bad boy up.
When I get up, I'm gonna check and see if there's any word from my Irish individuals, and then go putz around by the table.
Okay. So you don't have any word from them yet, but you also know that it was going to take a little bit of time for that package to reach them, and for all of the arrangements to be made for the flight over.
Yeah, more of just making sure that there's no distress going out, or making sure they're still safe type of deal.
Yeah. So you send them a touch bases kind of message?
More or less doing the whole, hey, how are things on your end? Are you guys still safe? No specifics type deal.
Okay. I'd say approximately after you've had a sit for a little bit, you do get word back, everything's okay, and that's it. All right. Jeff, what do you do?
I'm going to be looking up some more information on the priest, seeing if I can figure out any way to maybe get at him.
Now, what avenue are you choosing to take for that?
I'm going to start with my usual and literally just Google him, see what I can find out about him besides that he's a priest.
Okay. Well, considering the fact that, they're Sabbat and they're not as concerned with hiding who they are from the general populace, you do get a small hit on him, but nothing substantial. Just his name does crop up a few times if it is the person that you're looking for, because Gabriel Fraser is not exactly the most common of names, but there is one that is listed as being in the greater Nashville area. Just vague denotions that the person has a Facebook account, apparently an Instagram, and that's about it.
Well, given that he apparently has both Facebook and Instagram, I'm gonna go see what I can see on there if he's not set to private. Just see if I can get any sense of routines, because when somebody posts, if somebody is on there constantly, you can kind of get a sense of what they do every day.
Yeah, get a sense of their habits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you unfortunately don't have much luck with the Facebook aspect, as that is thoroughly locked down.
That I was kind of expecting.
But the Instagram is more like cat pictures and little like shorts and stuff.
Oh god, he's me.
But the post dates and stuff are pretty sporadic.
Okay, so he's not particularly involved online, he just sort of exists.
Yeah. Pretty average user habits.
Yeah. Shit.
Sorry to interrupt. When you say shorts, do you mean like the garment?
Is this purple? Is this purple or is this Emma asking?
Yes. Either.
Either. Okay. So, it is my terminology for like little bitty clips of like live movement of something, not necessarily like.
Think YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking, because I had visions of like just pictures of cats and then pictures of like
Captain
literally
Shorts.
just
People wearing shorts.
Yes. I was like, that's kind of suspicious.
I mean, he is a priest.
Ooh, look at them booty shorts.
No. No purple and Emma, no.
Okay, sorry.
They call me Vicar Booty Cheeks.
Friar Fanny Butt?
Ends each sermon with a clap.
I don't like that those put visuals into my head. Just damn it. Okay, just so you guys know why it breaks me so bad when he says certain things. When I made the friars remark, I envisioned like an overweight monk with like the little bowl haircut and everything, but the linen brown robe is like crop top style with a little rope belt still around his hips and a pair of brown booty shorts, trying to do a butt clap.
Instead of Friar Tuck, they call him Friar Fuck.
Jesus. This is, okay.
Did I get Tawana's contact information when I had the meeting? I don't recall.
No.
Alright, then Jeff, if you got a minute, I need you to see if you can come up with some contact information for Detective Tawana.
I can get on that, yeah.
Yeah, it
Should just be a case of like looking at the local police website and looking at contact infos.
correct. It's super easy to get her desk number for the station.
Oh, there you go.
It doesn't have like a cell number or any of that.
No, there's no cell phone number listed for her.
Alright, then I will try and call the desk number and see if she's got it forwarded to a cell phone.
Okay, you try to call her and the phone rings through to a voicemail.
I will leave a message denoting this is Duncan, and then give my cell number for her to reach me back at.
Okay. Right, so we're looking somewhere's around 8 p.m. right now as the time.
I'm gonna go back on Google and see if I can find out the average length of time of a paramedic's shift. I was just wondering, it's like, we're not going to have enough time trying to catch him at 3 a.m. when his shift ends. We might be able to catch him before his shift begins.
Well, it began at 3. He's working at 12. That was told to you guys.
I quite honestly think our best course of action would be to wait, like, by the emergency entrance at the hospital and just, like, wait for them to show off to drop somebody off and then grab him.
That is quite the scene you want to create there.
Yes, that's quite risky.
Well, we could follow them.
We could just call dispatch and ask them to patch us through to his ambulance or something along them lines and have him meet us somewhere.
Real quick, did we happen to find any information about other relatives that he had outside of his father? Because I know his father's the FBI agent.
You guys didn't find much else other than the fact that, like, that's his dad. And that was through kind of sniffing around, like, his Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there were no other family members that we found out about.
Not directly, no. But there's a good possibility, since the dad works for the FBI, that most of that information was probably scrubbed.
Yeah, probably. Shit.
To keep people from targeting, you know, his family.
Funny enough, that's exactly what I was thinking of doing.
Not
actually directly going after them, but maybe getting a message to him that one of them was heard and was in such a location. But that doesn't work so well now.
I mean, we could always go with an idea that may not be very popular.
What are you thinking, Emma?
Well, the reason he became like, we were aware of him and everything and even knew him to begin with was through Amber. So we could
use her as bait.
But not real bait. But potential bait, so to say.
Upon hearing that idea, Henry's gonna stand up and very loudly exclaim, "The fuck you want to do?" Not a chance.
Make Adam think that maybe he's going on a date with Amber, but she would never actually be there.
Not a fucking chance.
about this time, you see Sir leave the resting area and head towards the front doors, speak to one of the guards, and then kind of look back at you guys and do like that weird awkward smile and wave as he informs you that he is heading over to Haruto's and that we'll be joining you guys later.
I don't even think Henry's going to notice it.
Emma will just wave towards him.
Have fun storming the castle.
You also... Emma, I want you to do a perception check.
Hubba.
Remember wits awareness.
It's a D10, right?
Yeah. All rolls are D10s in this game. Yeah. You don't notice. Okay. So everyone who is staring at Emma or looking in her direction during this little outburst towards Emma from Henry, you notice Liz has crouched down behind Emma with her head just over Emma's shoulder.
I ain't saying shit.
Go ahead, Henry.
I still don't think Henry would even notice. I think the
I don't
pure
think
blinding
Henry
rage.
cares, Yeah.
So, what is Emma's response to fuck no from Henry?
I'm just giving it as a possibility. I said that it would not be favorable, but we want to make sure all the options are on the table before we make a decision.
Yeah, you say all the options. That's not a fucking option.
I mean, okay. And then under her breath, she goes, but it is.
I mean, you do remember we're all vampires with really good hearing, right?
You will blatantly ignore that like she didn't hear it.
Emma pissing off the big man. You hear whispered into your ear.
At that, I'll probably turn around and have like one arm out as if like to defend myself.
Do the turnaround karate hands.
Now, mind you, where her head is versus your head, she's basically right beside you when you go to do that. And she just grabs your arm and gently rests her chin on your shoulder. That's not very nice.
Neither is sneaking up on me and
Well-
whispering in my ear.
Seemed like the fun thing to do at the time.
Fun for you, maybe.
She kind of lets go and stands upright. So I take it a suggestion that was made is not one that is good, Henry?
No, it's the opposite of good. It's terrible. It's not happening.
Okay. So logic me. She starts walking towards you. What is your concern with that idea?
Just it's risking something that I'm not willing to risk.
Okay. In what way is it a risk if he is unaware of what you're requesting?
Because at this point, as far as he knows, the two of us are just friends. If he were to try and show up for like a date and get ambushed, that elevates that. And if we are right about what we're thinking, that could be a real serious fucking problem.
Okay. I can kind of see your logic. So you're more concerned of the potential repercussions on Amber once he's been kind of approached.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If that is the case, if this is something that you fear will put someone you care about in harm's way, particularly, I'm assuming human, yes?
Yep.
Then you need to stay in the shadows and not be involved in any kind of interaction with this individual as well.
I get where you're coming from, but I'm not okay with that either.
Well, if they're already aware of who you are and that you're friends with this young lady, then you being there once he gets questioned about other events, that's still going to lead them straight to Amber. Am I wrong in that logic?
Henry is going to turn around begrudgingly, say no, and flop down his ass in his chair as hard as he can without breaking the chair.
Okay, I must have hit a spot. So,
Can we roll for durability on that chair?
I believe that would be a dexterity save for the chair. Or a
Constitution.
strength saving throw.
Good thing we got two of them.
No, it's a composure check for the chair just to see whether or not it can hold its shit together.
Let's put whether it wants to or not.
Oh no.
Composure manipulation.
All right, it's fine. There's some creaking, but outside of that, it's fine. All right. So Liz then looks at all of you. So, with Big Man unfortunately having to take a back seat on this situation in order to protect his human, which I'm proud of you, what is the overall idea? I've caught kind of bits and parts. You guys said that his shift doesn't end until 3 p.m. That's pushing it. You won't have much time to question him if you wait until the end. The idea of approaching him at the hospital is a good idea, but I definitely wouldn't be sitting out in the open.
Yeah, we need some way to get him away from the hospital with us quickly and quietly. But we need to even know that that he's actually there first.
I'm telling you, we just called dispatch, be like, hey, I've been trying to reach my nephew, and we go from there. He'll have a partner in the ambulance. He's rolling 2s to 3s. So we go have him arrange a meeting, and we can discuss things further from there.
Okay, so here's an idea. Just putting it out there. We're vampires, right? We're kindred. We have special abilities, particularly the little artist over there can easily lure him away. And to be fair, it's okay to have a conversation with somebody out in the open as long as nobody is in direct earshot. It's not like you have to pull this guy all the way into a black hole room like the freaking FBI does. Like, you just need to have a conversation with him.
The FBI is kind of the issue, though. His father is part of the... His father is the one that attacked
Not
Zero's.
necessarily. I mean, government vehicle, same tire tread type of deal. So it could be FBI, it could be CIA vehicle, it could be a freaking police SUV. Like, we don't truly know. We just have an idea that, yeah, it's the same kind of tread pattern as a FBI vehicle.
It was the same tread pattern as the FBI vehicle, and there was a one in for repair shortly after the incident that was signed out by William McGrippy. It is, yes, all technically circumstantial, but that's an awful lot of circumstance.
Maybe he let his buddy use it. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I've got my feelers out on certain things as well.
So with that being said, all of them valid concerns. Let's look at it from a different perspective. This is a random dude. Yes, his daddy may work at for the FBI, but this is some random dude that's an EMT out in the open doing public service and probably talks to thousands of people all the time. I don't think it's completely unreasonable for a pretty young girl to go up and talk to him while he's at work at a hospital with hundreds of patients and visitors.
So are you volunteering yourself then?
No. Oh, no. I do believe that would be counterintuitive considering I have to go tend to some other stuff. Stuff that, I mean, unless you want to orchestrate some armies. Figured
Might
what?
be easier than talking to people.
You're going to have to be okay with it at some point, Miss Emma.
Just imagine he's a plant.
If we wanted to talk to him, no, never mind.
Not put him to sleep? I mean, I jest. And she just kind of looks over at Emma like, please don't hit me.
Emma's just gonna make a grumpy face.
No, I figured I would stop by the church and see my sister and Victor before you guys head that way. I need to catch up and get briefed from them and vice versa, so No offense. I need to go see my family.
Okay.
But I think with you being one of the Toreador clan, you could use your clan abilities and your feminine wiles to get this guy's attention and get the information you need without causing harm or a scene.
I can definitely try.
Okay. So is everybody okay with that idea? No more raised voices and grumpy Henrys?
Henry's just gonna grumble under his breath.
You see her head just kind of tilt up like she's looking at the roof of the building, even though you're behind her. Okay, so if that is the case, then I call shotgun.
All right, so we're heading to the hospital.
Church, I think.
Oh,
First.
church, hospital.
Okay.
Yup.
Which vehicle are you guys taking? Because I do believe Sir took off with the standard issue Suburban.
Oh, and the only other vehicle would be my vehicle.
Okay.
Which we ain't all gonna fit in.
Oh, it'll be cramped in the back seat.
I'll probably have more space in the trunk.
Y'all.
You're not wrong. Okay, so I'm assuming everybody piles into the GTO.
Yep.
Yep.
And start heading to the church, and then to drop Liz off, and then head from the church to the hospital.
Okay. When you guys get to the church, do you pull into the parking lot or you just drop her off at the door?
It's only her going in, so drop her at the door.
Okay. She pops out, leans down, says thank you, and waves bye to everybody, and sticks her tongue out at Henry, and then goes up the stairs and inside.
So whoever's jumping in up front, jump up front real quick, and then we will head out.
Somebody gonna let Jeff out of the trunk?
No.
I'm comfy in here.
It's a bad bump because it's a tire iron to the head. Alright, so I'm gonna pull up the map for you guys. So this is the Meharry Medical College and General Hospital. And from the church, you would be coming up Dr. B.D. Todd Jr. Boulevard. This is the Albion parking garage, which is one of the, from what I was looking at, one of the few parking garages that is right near the emergency entrance, which is right here. Y'all couldn't see that. So yeah, there's the parking garage right there. And whoop. And then the emergency entrance is right over here.
We're not seeing the mouse captured.
Yeah. So the dot just northwest of the garage that I'm highlighting, you should be able to see the Albin Street parking garage little notion. The icon for it is right there, just like that little P. So up and to the left a little bit, that first red H is the ER drop-off area.
Gotcha.
Alright, then I will go into the parking garage, up a couple floors, find a suitable location that overlooks the street, that has a good clear view of the emergency entrance, so Henry can hang back and still watch from afar. and see what's going on.
So as time passes, where do you want to position yourselves at? Like outside of the vehicle, or are you just sitting in there and waiting for him to show up? Like, how are you approaching this?
I'm first let Jeff out of the trunk so that he can figure out where he's going, and then I'm gonna head down, probably post up somewhere towards the entrance, and just kind of wait and see.
Are you going to make any attempts to obfuscate your presence? Are you going to just stay out in the open where the
I'm just
security
gonna
cameras and stuff can see you?
Hang out and chill. I mean, I've got an eye patch on. There's plenty of reason why I would be at an emergency room.
Okay. Emma, how are you going to function in this situation?
I personally do not want to be seen by all the cameras and everything. So I'll probably stay like in the parking garage, but like looking towards the emergency entrance, and keeping a lookout at like whenever they come by, if he is in one of the ambulances.
Okay. And Jeff, how do you want to carry yourself with this situation?
I'm gonna post up somewhere on the roof, where I can watch over the emergency entrance, and I'm gonna pull out the veil of shadows, cloak of shadows. Which one is it? I literally just had it pulled up, and then I changed the page I was on.
Okay. So, reminder that Veil of Shadows, if you want, because it is nighttime and there's only a select amount of lights, you could potentially use this underbrush. Since it's just not going to default, everything still does have leaves. You could potentially use the shadows of the trees to kind of help make that illusion more potent. You wouldn't necessarily have to stay at the garage.
Are you talking to Emma? Me?
I was talking to Jeff, because
Okay.
one of his notes for auto abilities basically makes him.
I'm basically invisible as long as I'm somewhat
Stationary.
Essentially, think camouflage, but invisibility. As long as there is something nearby that is somewhat covering me, I can just not exist.
And to be more specific for the viewers' sake, it is the concept of humans, when they see things they don't understand, they naturally look away from it. They avert their eyes. It's the same basic principle. It's not that he's actually invisible, he just makes his presence so displeasing to the human mind that they unintentionally avert their eyes from his presence. It also works on vampires unless they have certain abilities. So you could definitely utilize that in the general vicinity of the roundabout for the emergency room, if you want to be a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think I will do. I think I'll get a little closer here. See if I can get to the other side of the road. On the same side as the hospital.
Okay, so I have the satellite view up on the stream if you want to kind of give me a general idea of which bush you want to hide in there, Snake.
Well, as long as I don't alert the guards.
We're making all of these Solid Snake references and Alistair isn't here. For shame.
There is something that looks like the top of a tree.
Yeah, over to the right by the silver sedan.
By that little silver car, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to utilize that?
Yep.
Works for me. All right. So, with that being said, let's get this party started. All right, so a little bit of time passes and people are coming and going. Some people are parked, obviously parking in the parking garage and going to the emergency room for things like one person's hobbling, like they've messed up their leg or their foot or something. Another person just kind of has like a rag, like a kitchen rag over their hand, probably cut themselves while they were cooking, things of that nature. Nothing too major, it's mostly quiet. And then you guys hear an ambulance sirens blaring as it is approaching the hospital. As it turns the corner onto the road to go into the ER entrance, it cuts the sirens and pulls through and stops at the offloading section. And the people who get out is a woman, brown hair, and fairly fit, and a tall, broad-shouldered, brown-haired gentleman that does not match the description or the image that you guys have of Adam. And they unload the patient and disappear inside for a good bit. After a little while, they come back out, load back into their rig, and pull away.
After this happens, Emma's gonna pull out her phone and text the other members and be like, how long are we planning on staying here and seeing if he shows up?
You'll get a response from Duncan saying, as long as it takes.
Okay.
And I actually can't respond right now if I want to stay in Cloak of Shadows.
Correct. About another 45 minutes pass. And you hear the blaring of another set of sirens coming through. And same procedure. They get to the corner as they're turning onto the road. They cut the sirens. They pull in. And they stop at the offloading. And from the passenger side, a somewhat short, 5'8"-ish young man jumps out of the passenger side, and a much bigger African American gentleman jumps out of the driver's seat, and they both rush to the back doors and open up the doors to unload the patient. Roll me a perception check, Duncan.
Wits awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Someone's got their wits about them.
The moment the passenger had jumped out, you realized that was Adam. And they take what appears to be an elderly lady that's in stable condition for the most part, probably coming from a nursing home, reeling her into the ER.
I'll check my phone. What time is it?
It is about 11 o'clock.
Alright, so we've still got some time. I'll still post it up here, waiting for them to come back out, and I'll shoot a message to the group text stating that he's arrived.
Once Emma gets that message, she'll make her way towards the hospital, like by the ambulance, hoping that like when they come out she can like try to casually bump into him.
Nonchalantly type deal.
Yeah.
When I see you heading this way, I'm gonna start leaving the entrance so that both of us aren't present, so it's a less conspicuous, and I'm gonna go kind of meander back towards the parking garage.
Am I in a position where I can actually see either of these two? And what they're doing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd be able to figure out that something's happening at this point.
Yeah, you'd be able to discern that.
Okay. Then I will pop out of the cloak and start heading towards Duncan.
With that being said, you see the driver come out of the ER first and walk up to the rig and open some of the supply casing doors inside the back of the rig, like they're taking stock of what they have and writing on a notepad. But Adam has not come out of the ER yet. A little bit of time passes. The driver comes out of the back of the rig and goes back inside. Eventually, they both come walking out, talking, and one of them, the driver, is carrying a bag. Looks like just like supplies bag, and it's just having a casual conversation with Adam as they're leaving the double doors and heading over to the rig.
All right, Emma's gonna kind of walk towards them, but she is going to have her phone in front of her, and she is going to make it so that she bumps into Adam.
All right. So, pacing yourself. Let's see if you successfully do that. I'm just gonna do a 50-50 roll here.
I'm gonna laugh if I trip on my own shoes.
Oh yeah, no. You actually bump into his partner instead. Your timing was a little off.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see you there.
And he just kind of stops. It's kind of like running into Henry, because he's kind of a big dude. Not as big as Henry, obviously, but still a big dude. And he just kind of stops and looks at you like, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. My apologies again. And then I will swing my gaze over to Adam.
And he just kind of looks over at you like, like nervous, like, you're good?
Have I seen you somewhere before? At the college? Do you go to the college a lot?
No.
You have a really familiar face.
Maybe. I'm kind of average, so I guess. I mean, have you ever had to come here to the hospital by an ambulance? Because, like, kind of what I do.
I can see that. No, haven't. This is gonna bug me all day. Well, night, rather.
Sorry? But I have some work to do. I hope you're good. Have a good night. And he kind of goes around you, and the other guy kind of goes the opposite way and continues to head towards the rig.
And Emma's gonna stand there and just kind of like throw her hands up. Just in an exasperated manner.
Like, in front of them or like into the sky?
Into the sky.
Okay. They start to unpack what was in the bag and start, filling in the supplies and continuing with their conversation.
Are they? Do I overhear their conversation? Do they talk about anything interesting?
It just what they've been doing on the weekends and stuff like that. Adam mentions the fact that he's, missed a couple of nights at church because of the new schedule and things of that nature. And his partner is just like, yeah, no, I get that. This constant swings shifts is kind of sucking for his personal life as well. And then the driver asked Adam how the Shakespeare in the Park went, if he enjoyed it, because he's been curious about going to seeing it himself. And Adam remarks, yeah, it was good. Like, it's not too bad. He's particularly fond of Shakespeare, and it was a good experience. We had a good time. He wished he had somebody to have gone with, but he hasn't quite met that person yet.
At that point, Emma is going to poke around the truck, and go, "Ooh, maybe I figured it out. Did I see you at, like, the play in the park?"
His eyes get kind of wide as he's, like, hunched over, stacking, like, little alcohol wipes into a container. And he just kind of looks over his shoulder at you, wide-eyed, like, yeah? Were you listening to our conversation?
No! Wait, were you talking about that? That's so weird. I was just going over the past few, days and stuff, and I was there with a friend of mine. That must be where I recognize you from.
Yeah, I was there. I like Shakespeare. Were you there? Like, I don't remember seeing you.
Yeah, I was there with, a friend of mine. I'm sure she was talking to you maybe at some point. I don't know. It was a thing. But that's probably where I recognize you from.
Okay. Yeah, did you like it? As he continues to stack alcohol wipes.
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Nothing too eventful happened.
He, finishes the drawer that he was in, closes it, and kind of, like, straightens himself up, but leaned forward at the shoulders and the head so he doesn't hit his head on the top of the rig, and starts walking towards the back door where you're currently standing. And he stops because you've obviously not moved out of the way. Can I get out?
Oh, right. Sorry. Sometimes I don't even know where my head's at. I'll move out of the way.
Sure you're okay? Like, maybe we should take you inside? Have them give you a look over?
I don't think I need all of that. You could look me over to make sure I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, hold on a second. And he jumps down, closes the doors, grabs a light pin from his pocket, and puts his hand on your face and starts to check you for a concussion.
Gotta love that Emma trying to be nonchalant comes across as a closed head trauma.
And
I'm not surprised.
Flicking it from eye to eye. He's like, okay, well, no concussion, but, like, are you good? And he clicks it off and puts it back into his pocket. You seem off kilter a little bit.
Wow. That's harsh.
Like, head trauma. Like, were you in an accident recently? Did someone hurt you?
No, not as far as I can remember.
Also very concerning. So if you're okay, I do kind of need to get back to gas up the rig and stuff. Is there someone I can call to come get you? So you're not by yourself?
Nah. I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. And she just awkwardly turns around and walks away.
And he comes around to the passenger side of the rig and opens the door, kind of looks at his friend, and is like, that was strange. That was strange. And he jumps in and closes the door. The rig turns the lights on and starts to pull out.
Emma will send a text in the group chat and goes, I think my social skills are a little rustier than I had anticipated.
And you guys see the ambulance pull off and leave.
Are you headed back over to us?
I'm still just standing there in disbelief at my own failures.
So I would like to point out that Emma did not activate one of her abilities at all. That might have made that go a little smoother. If I don't think you took the alluring one, did you?
No.
Yeah, you took Daunt. I think you just left the entire team speechless there, Emma.
Yeah. Feelings mutual.
Yeah, I'm kind of stunned.
Yeah.
I-
There was the opportunity to get his number from him calling somebody to come get you that would have gave us the ability to track him.
And we can also just follow him.
I did have a secondary plan in the back of my head, which is that if they tried to run away, I was going to use unseen passage and then get hit by the ambulance. But that just left me so stunned I didn't say a thing.
That was pretty epic. I've never seen.
Listen, in Emma's defense, he's not a plant that we know of. Okay?
I've never seen something fumbled so hard in my life.
It was intentional. She's playing Emma as Emma.
Accurate. 100% accurate. Oh boy. All right. What do y'all do from here?
Take a moment for my brain to work again. Duncan, how much do you know about vehicles in general?
I know enough.
Could you possibly tell me something I could break that would require a long time to fix? That
Maybe.
preferably something that is accessible without having to get in the vehicle in any way?
Like, what are you thinking? What's rolling around? What's your idea here?
That at the very least, the next time he shows up, we can stop them from going away. You know, I should be able to get up to the vehicle without anybody seeing me. I can't do anything to it while still effectively invisible, but I can get to it and from it without being seen.
Like a flat tire could give us an extra half hour to an hour, depending on how inclined they are at their own maintenance of a vehicle. So,
Yeah, you know, just something that is something that I can do that is definitively requires fixing, but is not necessarily obvious signs of sabotage. You know.
I mean, it all depends on the vehicle, because like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You could go underneath and disconnect a wire, but it's obvious signs of sabotage. Like there's obvious signs of sabotage, and then there's sabotage.
Yeah.
So like, best bet, flat tire. While in the parking lot, they could have ran over a nail on the road, and it just happened to leak down while they were parked
Yeah.
moving the patient in. That's going to be our best bet. So trying to find a nail or a screw that we can get into a tire and then deflate said tire.
Okay, well, while we wait for them to return, I'm gonna go hunting for nails.
Okay.
Or a piece of glass, or something that looks like it would be sharp enough to puncture a tire.
And I will help with that.
Okay. Let's see here what we got. We're gonna go looking around. So basically, it's just gonna be. I want a series of wits and awareness because it's all about perception. Rolls until one of you has at least 4 successes of 4 and better. All right, you got it, Duncan. You just found yourself a nice 3-inch long screw. Pretty chufty in circumference as well. You guys hear sirens approaching the hospital.
Hey, Jeff, I think I found what you're looking for. And here you go.
Alright, I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna go find somewhere shady nearby that I can hang out with the Cloak of Shadows.
Okay, are you burning your blood to do that? Are we going to roll that?
Well, Cloak of Shadows is free.
Okay.
Once they get here and they start moving around, I will need to do a rouse check for unseen passage.
Okay.
And I'm going to need to do 2, because I'm going to need to do 1 to get there, puncture the tire, and then another one to move out of there.
Okay.
It's one of the things I've been looking at was like, what actually breaks unseen passage besides, somebody spotting you?
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally any action outside of movement. All you can do with unseen passage is move. Anything else breaks it, so I'm going to have to do it twice.
Yep. All right. So, ambulance pulls up after killing its lights and sirens and pulls into the offloading, and it is absolutely Adam and his partner again. They go to the back and they pull out a individual that is pretty banged up. Like, looks like it was probably a wreck of some flavor. And they rush the individual in. After about 45 minutes pass, they finally come out together looking fairly haggard, and they've got blood on their uniforms, and they've removed like their gloves and everything like that, and they're just kind of talking with a grim look on their face amongst themselves. During the time frame that they are inside, give me the 2 rouse checks that you need in order to do the unseen passage to disable the vehicle.
Is that just a single D10 roll, or?
I believe, yeah, because you should, on your paper.
All the way at the bottom,
Yeah.
you can click the rouse button.
Oh boy. So I failed the first one. And the second one? Oh boy, I'm going to need to go home at some point.
You a hungry boy now, but you did the deed. You did what you described. You made your way to the tire, broke your Cloak of Shadows as you drove the screw in, and then reshadowed up.
I almost certainly would have wiggled the nail back out a bit as well, so that, it punctured and then it's coming out. It's not out yet, but it's loose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd run away.
Okay, so Cloak to Shadows back up, and then briskly walked away back into the shadows of the building nearby. As the guys reach their rig, the driver goes over to the driver's side and is about to get in when he realizes the rig is leaning ever so slightly, and kind of looks past the open door at the front tire and realizes that they have a flat. Very annoyed, he looks over at Adam and goes, "Hey man, I need to go into dispatch and have them have one of the trucks come out to replace the tire. I'll be back in a minute." As he goes inside, Adam is just kind of standing there looking at the tire very disgruntledly.
Okay, so bought some time now. What?
Emma, did you rejoin us?
Yes, I did.
All right. Do you want to go have another crack at it, or no?
I do not think that is wise at this moment in time.
All right. I'm gonna go try to persuade him to come over here and have a talk.
Oh boy. All right. So you're coming from the garage across the pedestrian crosswalk?
Yep. Beeline and straight for him.
Okay. He's paying you no mind. Think of the ambulance kind of sitting where that black car is in the roundabout.
The one in front of the silver car?
No. It's kind of weird on the...
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. That's... Where would you say he is? Front, right side, or left side? Passenger side or driver's side?
He's on the driver's side near the front of it, looking at the messed up tire.
So he's basically standing in the middle of the roundabout.
Yeah, in the middle of the drive of it.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk up, tap him on the shoulder.
He just kind of looks up. "Can I help you?"
Yeah, Adam, right? Adam McRippy, Bill's son?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a minute? Come over here and have a chat with me.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so sure. He's like, "Hold on a second," and he opens the door on the driver's side and kind of like hops up the rig, but like more like leaning in with his upper body, and grabs a little bag, backs out and shuts the door, unzips the bag as he's following you, and pulls out a banana.
Okay, just keep walking.
Okay, where
So-
are you directing him to? Just like the
Yeah,
sidewalk over there?
Yeah, we're just headed over towards the... Like, I'm not gonna escort him into the parking garage type of thing. I don't want him to get any funny ideas about what's going on.
Yeah, when you guys stop, he starts like peeling the banana from the bottom, and he's like, "Yeah, so what's up? How do you know my dad?"
Like your uncle thrice removed type of thing. Name's Duncan McRippy.
Wow. What the hell? Like, I haven't even heard of you. But it's cool. Like, how did you find us? Ancestry.com? That's... And he takes a bite and he starts talking with a mouthful, like, hamster-cheeked. Like, I've thought about getting on there. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, something like that. How long y'all been in the States, or you native?
Oh, I'm native. My dad is too. We've our family's been here a long time. I think pre-Civil War, I believe.
You know anybody back from the home country?
Oh goodness, no. From what I was told, the namesake of my dad, they were kind of disowned when they decided they wanted to move to the U.S. So he proceeds to finish off the banana, wrap up the pill, put it in the bag, and then pull out a little, like, it looks like a little plastic barrel with a tinfoil top on it, and it's like orange inside of it, and he just kind of peels the foil back and starts sipping it.
So you were disowned by the home country?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware. Like, that's so far removed from me, dude. Like, I have no idea.
So, your dad tells me you've been hanging out with Officer Blackburn?
Oh, dude, yes. Like, we've been friends since we were kids. We grew up in the same neighborhood. We go to the same church. He's a little bullheaded at times and a bit overzealous at times, but he's a good dude overall. Like, he's got this whole, like, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but he's got this whole weird theory that a lot of the old school, like, supernatural folklore shit is real. And he's been going on these tangents, and I'm like, dude, you're a police officer. You don't need to be sharing this kind of shit publicly. Like, they're gonna think you're loony. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's having trouble at home that he doesn't want to talk to me about, but he's been a little off.
Where's this church located?
Oh, are you interested in going? It's really good. So it's at 330 Rep John Lewis Way North. It's like in downtown Nashville. It's pretty close to like the municipal area, like where the courthouse is and stuff. It's pretty close to that. It's really nice.
What's the name of the church, if you don't mind me asking?
Saint Mary of the Seven Sorrows. And he finishes off the little drink and puts it back into his bag. Then pulls out a little granola bar. I hope you don't mind. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm just trying to fit that in.
Nah, it's understandable. You gotta eat.
So what about you? How long has your side of the family been here?
Decades.
Really? That's so neat. It's crazy how we never met. Were you also from the same, like, family, or were you from like a branch family? Like, that's so cool.
I'm from the head family.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Like, are they still over there, or did you all come over?
I came over to pave the way for them, but yeah, they should be arriving shortly.
Oh, that's so neat. I'd be so interested in meeting them. Here.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be interested in meeting you too.
Oh, cool. And he puts his bag on the ground. Granola bar gets shoved into his mouth, and he reaches for a pen and pad from his shirt pocket, and he writes his name down and his phone number and an email address, and he hands it to you and goes, I would be so excited to meet people from our lineage. That is so cool. Like, there's not much of us here. Apparently Dad's brother died pretty early on, and well, he never remarried after Mom passed, so it's just me and him now. As far as I know, everyone else in the family has passed, so it's just us.
Alright, well, tell your dad Duncan says hi.
Yeah.
If you see him, apparently he's supposed to be around here somewhere.
Oh, he did call me the other day and said he had some work in Nashville, but I haven't seen him yet. Something about, like, a couple of his agents had some stuff they wanted to look into. I don't know. I know there's been some questions about Miss Marsha Blackburn, about whether or not she's being on the up and up, so shh, don't talk about it, because, you know, most politicians can get kind of bitchy. But yeah, it's so cool to meet you. And he reaches his hand out to shake yours.
I'll shake his hand.
All right, man. Hopefully we can see each other around. And he
I look forward to it.
About that time, his partner comes out of the office area with a spare tire and a wrench and a jack, and calls him over to help him get the rig jacked up.
Well, it looks like your buddy's needing your assistance, so I'll be on my way. Won't keep you too much longer.
Yeah. See you around. And he just kind of trots over to his friend and starts gushing about the conversation and starts helping him.
Alright, I'm gonna head up to the GTO and
Wait for the Jeff.
Jeff and Emma if she didn't follow along or if she was staying clear of Adam.
I'm staying clear of Adam. Don't need to relive that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I'm fairly certain nobody's looking in my direction and then just start walking over. Because at this point, I don't need to be stealthy anymore, but at the same time, it's gonna look a bit weird if I just appear out of fucking nowhere.
You just apparated, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Predator becomes uncloaked.
Yep.
Alright, you all meet up at the car at the garage.
How much of that conversation was I in earshot for?
Probably none of it.
Okay. I was about to start giving Duncan shit for like, why didn't we go with that first? But can't do that if I didn't hear the conversation.
What has Henry been doing this whole time?
Seething.
Were you standing up towards the little outlook, just seething?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna walk up behind you, put my hand on your shoulder, and just exhale deeply. Did you overhear that, big guy?
Nope. I do have several ways that I want to murder him, though. I thought of those while I was waiting.
Well, we actually have a target. St. Mary's of the Seven Sorrows.
Is he gonna be there?
No, but possibly the one who shot you.
Okay. I like that.
Do we need to go pick up your sledgehammer?
Henry's gonna kind of do a big sly smile. You think I didn't have that with me?
Just making sure, buddy.
Alright, so we have an address. Do we want to head over there now, or do we want to wait?
Well, considering it's probably a Catholic church, it's highly unlikely they're having any kind of services right now.
Doesn't mean we can't check it out and see what's going on there, because isn't one of our targets supposed to be a priest?
Correct.
So things could be lining up here.
So, add a character, but I would assume your characters would understand this. A priest of the Sabbat isn't necessarily a Catholic priest. A priest of the Sabbat is someone who follows more of the, what is it called?
It's very much the same setup as the Camarilla, just different titles.
Yeah, they follow more of a Catholic title system versus the feudalism of Europe as far as their title system works. A priest performs rites and initiations basically, and makes, because the Sabbat kind of is like religious zealots. They're like the Catholics but for vampires. Very much about the war against the Methuselahs and the elders of the vampire clans. It's a kind of a strange amalgam of Eat the Rich, but Catholic version. So a priest of the Sabbat won't always necessarily be an actual priest.
Fair enough. That's on me for not knowing that.
No, it's fine. Like, you're still learning the lore of the game and everything. That's why I wanted to go ahead and clarify that, so you don't get that notion stuck there.
Say, relearning the lore of the game.
It doesn't mean that you obviously can't go by and scout out the church.
Yeah. Depending on the time, that is probably our best next step for now. Just to at least go and scout it out, see what we're dealing with there.
Yeah, I figure we'll go do a little drive-by, because,
That has different context depending on where you're from, sir.
hey, either one worked for me.
Jesus.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know how many of us are actually armed to do that.
I feel like almost
You
none
were
of
in
you.
the trunk, you should know.
Ew, that's true. If you have a shipment back there, there's probably enough guns to arm a militia back there.
I might know they're there. Doesn't mean I know how the fuck to use them. I if I remember correctly, I have 0 training in firearms.
All right.
Same as me. We can still try and aim and shoot. I was gonna say Glock, but I don't think that's right either. So Emma might be -1. I don't know.
It'd be pew pew, motherfucker. Spray as they pray, not spray in pray.
Wow. I feel like quoting Boogie Not Saints right now, thanks to you guys. Okay, when you Google Foo the address, I'm assuming, Jeff, you're doing the thing.
Oh yeah.
This is what pops up. Right there is the church. And oddly enough, where are you?
Hold on, move that camera back up next to the church again. Tennessee Department of Human Services.
Mm-hmm. Department of Revenue is right there.
Attorney General across the street.
Where is it? And there's somebody's escape room right there.
Oh, so they've been right next door to me this whole fucking time. That's fantastic to know.
They are literally down the street 2 blocks away.
So if that is the case, I think when I heard the address, I probably wouldn't have even bothered to Google it.
Yup. You would be like, damn it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And just start giving directions.
So you guys arrive, and there is a, I mean, the lights are obviously on, the doors are all obviously open. It is a Catholic church. They provide counsel and confession and stuff throughout the week, but there's no actual like service happening.
Right, they're doing like confessions and all that.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody want to go in and look about and maybe question, or are y'all just scoping the place out?
Hard pass. Thank you.
Yeah, let's just scope it out for now. Yeah, like Duncan said, do a drive-by scoping.
Yeah, it's
Maybe park up somewhere and take a walk around, but just kind of have a look at the building, you know.
okay. So, just so you guys can see it. So this is the street view of the front end of the church.
Are there vehicles parked in the parking lot?
There is one, which you assume is probably what the priests use.
Plate number.
Random digits. Have at.
Yeah, I got you. But I'm definitely taking down the plate number.
That y'all get a nice little view of the street. What now? It is approaching probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. Jeff, and you are very aware of the beast whispering in your ear that you are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Given the location we're at, I'm probably gonna head back to my escape room.
yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna swing by the we're gonna swing by the church anyways to see if Liz is done with her business and if she'll be joining us some more.
Okay, you swing by. Are you gonna get out and go say hello, or just send Sean to check on her?
Probably just send Sean back.
All right. So, who's going in to ask Sean to say something? I think one of you guys has Sean's phone number, don't you? Or Liz's? Y'all could probably just message.
I think Emma does. I think since the beginning, she's just asked for everyone's phone number except for apparently important people. So she will text Liz and be like, hey, you staying here or coming back with us?
You get a message back. I am apparently on duty of keeping an eye on you guys, so I will be outside in a minute.
I'll text back. Cool, cool.
And she kind of appears at the side of the car, kind of leans down, looks in to see where she can sit. So she hops in the passenger seat then.
Shoot a text to Jeff, see if he'll be rejoining us or if he will be staying at his haven tonight.
Yeah, you get a ping.
Yeah, I'll respond. I'm gonna stay here. I need to eat.
Okay.
All right. We'll catch back up tomorrow night, send that, and then start heading to the other haven.
Okay. So, you get into your safe room. It's obviously locked up. All the humans have gone home for the day. There's a couple of notes left on the counter for you, and a couple envelopes of just like different escape room prop warehouse distributors and stuff like that. Just normal business stuff.
Take a quick look at the notes, make sure it's nothing that I need to deal with right away, and then head up to my room.
Yeah, it's all notes related to like, hey, we had to replace this. Hey, here's an idea for another room. Get with us. Get with the staff when you decide on if this is something you want to go forward with, because we're getting less visitors for this particular room. You might refresh it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just change up stuff.
Mm-hmm. And as you head towards your room, I want you to make a perception check.
Wits and awareness again?
Yes, please. Something kind of like catches your attention, but you don't think too much of it. Kind of like a scraping sound. And as you get into like your actual personal space, it's kind of obfuscated from the rest of the downstairs. Do you turn on the light so you can see?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
As you do, you see 4 guys in full blacked out military fatigue and weapons pointed at you, and you see a flash of light.
Well, fuck.
And you feel arms on you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and break free of the people holding me.
Okay.
Just be a strength check, I think.
It should be, yeah.
Which I'm really not great with. Nope.
At that point, they force your arms back, and you feel something get slipped around your wrist as you're still blinded by the bright light that went off. You have another chance to struggle.
Okay, I can kind of feel where the guys holding me back are, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a headbutt one of the fuckers.
Alright, you're gonna have to fling yourself backwards to do that.
Yeah.
Remember, they are wearing helmets, so I hope you're headstrong.
Probably not strong enough, but it's desperation here. So what will we looking at? Brawl.
Brawl and strength.
I get 1 extra die. Yay. Well, shit.
Nice knowing you, Jeff. Have fun wherever you're going.
Bye.
You flail yourself backwards only to have your feet come out from underneath you, and you fall to the ground with a crunch as you feel your elbow dislocate.
Motherfucker.
Without saying a word, they yank you back up to your feet and start shoving you forward.
Alright, I'm just gonna go along with it for now.
Okay. You feel them take you back upstairs and out a back door, and then push you into a vehicle. Appears to be something large that you have to get kind of stepped up on, and then they shove you down to the ground inside of what feels like metal when you land. And then you hear the doors shut and someone's hit metal and the vehicle start up and leave. You in tow. All right, I'm going to skip over to the group that's heading back to the Coterie Haven. And Liz, on the ride, asked how everybody's night went, if y'all got any information.
I'll fill her in.
She's like, woohoo, good news. So, what you thinking?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what do you think about the church that y'all guys went to visit?
Oh, it's obviously some kind of cover. We'll know more once we're able to run the plate of the vehicle that was there. I'm assuming it was the priest. We'll see how deep those ties go.
Okay. Hopefully, Sir is having some success with Haruto. Oh, everything seems on the up and up. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for some sleep.
Yeah.
It looks like that me and Sis and Victor might be having to leave town again here soon. We've got a lead on something that needs to be addressed.
How soon?
As soon as things here get settled enough for us to safely leave. Obviously, right now, the city is a little bit more important than the particular issue that we need to address. But, we need to get the SI under control here first. Y'all get to the Coterie Haven and are greeted by the humans that will be watching over you.
Emma is going to slump to bed in shame and sleep off the day's events. Yes.
I'm gonna quickly jot down the address and the Marsha Blackburn, whatever, and pin it to the board next to Richard Blackburn with a question mark.
Okay.
Henry's gonna be cradling his sledgehammer and muttering himself to sleep.
As the darkness starts to take you into its embrace of sleep, Henry, you start having flashes of the escape room, different spaces that you've seen inside of it, and a blinding light as you go into the equivalent of torpor.
Fun.
The day passes and you all wake up.
Okay. I think the first thing that Henry's gonna do upon getting up is just like shoot a text to Jeff, just out of concern, like, hey, you coming over? Like, you coming to the Haven?
You get no response.
Okay. Well, then I'm grabbing a Capri Sun, and when I pass someone, I'm ask them what the plan is for the day.
I need to swing by my pawn shop and check on business there, see if Jeff's gonna be rejoining us, or if he's got other business to attend to.
Are you saying that out loud to us, to me?
Yeah, I mean, you asked.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, I didn't know if you were just going over what you were doing for the day or if you were talking, man. On that, about Jeff. So I had a weird dream thingy with the escape room and some other stuff. I tried reaching out to Jeff this morning just because, sometimes those things mean stuff. But he hasn't responded. I guess if you're going that way, I guess stop and check on him if you can for me. I don't know, something feels weird.
Henry, can you be a little bit more specific about this dream?
No, I cannot.
Okay,
Listen.
escape room and stuff. Got it.
I think he's still salty with you.
It's not even that. It's just, as something that doesn't dream, trying to explain and remember things that happened is not the easiest thing.
Okay, escape room and stuff. I got it.
I mean, do you guys want to ride with?
I mean, I'm fine with going out and doing stuff.
There's nothing for me to do here.
Alright.
So, let's go. Let's go. Escape room and stuff.
Emma's gonna get not a punch on the arm, but like that thing where you put your fist on someone's arm and just kind of shove them with it.
That will definitely elicit a giggle.
Is the escape room closer than my pawn shop, or is my pawn shop closer than the escape room?
The escape room is closer than your pawn shop.
So we'll be stopping at the escape room first.
Okay. So you guys get to the escape room, and it's about 7:45, 7:50, somewhere around there. Since you guys don't have to worry about most of the human things of getting ready for the day or the fatigue of shaking that off, you guys get moving pretty quickly in the night. And when you guys get there, humans are coming and going as they're exclaiming about how well they did or how disappointed they are they didn't do better, and you're greeted by the staff as you come in through the doors.
Does his staff know about him?
You're not sure.
Oh, I'm just gonna walk to his quarters anyways.
You know where it is, but you know you have to walk like pretty far down. Somebody appears to be a manager goes, "Excuse me, can I help you? You haven't signed up for a room or anything yet. I can't let you back there until you do."
We're friends of the owner. We're just going to check on him.
I've heard that line before. What's his name?
Jeff.
Sure. He should be downstairs. I don't know. He's been kind of MIA lately, so. But you're welcome to go check. As you guys walk down the hallway, you take a left and go down a set of stairs, and it's a little lobby for one of the escape rooms down there, but you guys know where the door is that goes into his private quarters. And upon opening the little passageway, you see that there's no lights on, and it is extremely dark in there.
Fumble for a light switch.
Okay, turn the lights on, and he's not there. There's some papers dropped on the floor a little distance into the room, but that's it. Looks to be notes and some envelopes.
See, Henry, nothing to worry about. Time to go.
I wonder where he is.
Hmm?
I wonder where Jeff is. He would usually respond by now.
Try to shoot him another text.
I'm gonna look around, see if I can see anything suspicious, like... I can't say out of the ordinary, but like something that would clue me in as like something happened, like an altercation.
You can do a perception check.
Wits and awareness, right?
Correct.
I'm looking through my phone for the Find My Vamp app.
I don't think that one was put on your phone. I think that was only put on Henry's.
Got an 8, 10, 4, and 8.
Good. You notice somewhere's close to the papers on the ground that there is a small, like a flash burn in a circular pattern coming off of it, but it's real faint.
I'm gonna take a picture with it on my phone.
You're gonna take a selfie.
No,
You're gonna take a selfie?
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Okay, there you go. What do you do after that?
Kind of let Duncan know, like, hey, this looks a little suspicious.
Does it look reminiscent to anything I might sell?
You know, certain flashbangs tend to give off that pattern.
Is there any other doors out of here?
Not from his personal quarters, no.
I'm gonna walk out of the room, and see if I can see anything in the hallway, like if there was forced entry or anything like that.
You walk out into the lobby area of the downstairs escape room, and the attendant is just kind of looking at you funny as you're like kind of looking around. It's extremely dark down there, and the walls are painted black, so you're not having a whole lot of luck seeing anything.
I'm gonna use my phone as a flashlight.
When you start doing that, the attendant's like, "I'm sorry, miss, did you drop something? Are you needing help?"
Well, it's just suspicious circumstances.
What?
We just can't seem to find a friend. So I'm looking for him.
You mean the owner?
Yeah, your boss.
Mr. Rowlett?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Did you notice anything suspicious coming in today? Like, was there anything out of the ordinary?
The alarm wasn't set.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is there an exit out of here easily accessible from here?
Well, yeah, if you just go up the steps and take a left, there's an emergency exit there. It's clearly marked with a sign overhead like we're supposed to.
I'm gonna make my way up over there.
All right. You go up the steps, and it's literally right there, like the big red sign above it says exit, and it's just a push door with the heavy interlocked bar across it.
I'll push it open, look around outside.
You're in the back lot, in between the two buildings.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Not that you could tell. It's literally just a little thin hall, like alleyway, just enough for people to pass through it to do maintenance and things like that.
Which way heads not towards the street?
So the building that the escape room is in the middle of like a long, almost strip mall style in the sense, because there's businesses that flank it on both sides. The back exit that you're in, if you look like from leaving the door, if you look to the right, there's a small parking lot on that side, but it goes straight out to St. Cloud's Alley, which is an actual road, for like the big dumpsters and stuff like that. So it's big enough for a garbage truck to get down.
And what's the other way?
The other way is Rep. John L. Lewis Way north.
Then
Yeah.
I will head towards the parking lot area.
Okay, you head that way, and it just kind of opens up to where employees park, and past that is the alleyway for like the dump trucks and stuff.
Anything suspicious?
Unless you count the bums that you see a couple of remnants of them sleeping there overnight. No.
Kick one on the foot.
Kind of comes to, looks up at you. What?
You see anything suspicious last night?
I wasn't even sleeping here last night.
Who was sleeping here last night?
You act like we all know each other, man. Fuck off.
Most of y'all do in the same neighborhood.
No, dude, you got me fucked up. He gets to his feet and starts walking.
I tried texting Jeff's phone again.
Okay.
I say, where you at?
You don't get any response.
I'm gonna use Find My Phone.
Quick question. Dark, would Jeff have that kind of app active on his phone?
He probably would have before all this started. Whether or not he remembered to take it off since it started is another matter. So
Okay.
it's probably on there.
Would you have linked it to where Duncan would have been able to ping it?
That's the true question.
Because those apps usually require a permission to be granted.
It probably would not be then.
Hmm.
It probably wouldn't work.
Ask for PIN. I don't know his PIN number for this. Hold on. Alright, well, then I'm heading back inside.
You'll have to go all the way to the front because the door obviously shut behind you.
That's gonna stop me how?
Just letting you know, you're gonna have to walk all the way around. All right, you meet up with everybody again. You did not have any luck, by the way, Emma.
Well, dang. This is not good.
You got CCTV?
He does. Jeff, would you have told them about the update to your CCTV that Rosa did?
I don't think I had a chance to yet.
I believe I was present for
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I think Duncan was actually there for the conversation, so if he remembers, he would know about it.
I would look at it funny and then text Mr. Silver to get me in contact with the glasswalker that updated his security.
Okay. You get a ping back, and he just gives you a phone number in return.
What?
Hmm?
Gave me the number?
Yeah, he just sends you a phone number.
Alright, then I will text that number with Jeff possibly compromised, need access to his network.
You get a ping back. Underdog, now. Now is in all capitals.
Understood. Looks like we're leaving, y'all.
Alright. Off we go. Grab Henry and get in the car.
Henry's actually wandering around in one of the escape rooms.
Say Henry, whose player is now back after dealing with the dog that was coughing up a lung.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, Emma, go find Henry. Wow, apparently I turned into Henry. Emma's gonna go find Henry.
Emma,
And
go
drag
find
him out.
Henry. No conversation. Too awkward.
Yes.
All right. You find him kind of like poking props in one of the escape rooms that nobody's in.
Henry, we gotta go. Come on.
She comes in. Hey, Emma, you seen this? I'm gonna flick whatever prop I'm looking at.
It's supposed to be a vampire.
Yeah, right?
Pink, pink, pink.
I do see it, Henry, but we have to go. So let's get to the car.
Okay, did you find Jeff?
That's no, but we have a lead, so off we go.
Okay. I'm gonna follow her out. Just a little bit too close.
Are we talking like almost stepping on the back of our shoes kind of close?
Yeah, like close enough where if you were to be walking in public and someone was doing that, you'd be wondering what the fuck their problem is.
It's that person in the grocery checkout that is like right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Emma is not even really going to notice all that much because when it's Henry, she just goes, whatever, it's Henry.
Okay. You guys get to the car and load up.
Where is Liz?
She stayed at the Haven.
Alright.
I will text her to let her know we're on our way to give her the name of the place, which I am very much blanking on, and that Jeff is not where we thought he would be.
All right.
Jeff missing going to Underdog.
Underdog. For some reason, I was going to call it Frog Dog. I don't know. My brain is gone.
Okay. You guys arrive at the Underdog, and it's bustling as usual. It is a bar in East Nashville. Door guy kind of stops you guys. Whoever is getting out of the vehicle stops each of you to check your ID.
He ain't checking my ID. I'll walk past him.
He reaches for you. Yo, dude, no. Like, come on, man.
I will just look at him and say, going to see Rosa, and keep walking.
Nods and just, all right. Reaches for everyone else's IDs.
Henry's gonna push past as well.
And you just hear him sigh. Damn it.
Emma will hand over her ID like she is supposed to.
He looks at it and goes, thank you, ma'am. And he just hands it back to you and puts a little paper thing around your wrist, denoting your age. And goes back to just staring out to the street.
And then I will kind of walk a little faster to catch up with them.
You guys find Rosa sitting in her normal booth with a Jeff that appears to be knocked out. I think I found something that you guys lost.
It would appear so.
How?
Let's just say his closed circuit isn't so closed when I don't want it to be. I've been monitoring his place of business, and I saw what happened. And not all glass walkers are nice. She just kind of smirks. Opening a vehicle up like that, like a tin can, is kind of fun.
Noted.
I don't know what they used to knock him out. So, no offense, not the same kind of physiology. So, y'all might want to take him.
Henry?
Yep.
Wake him up.
I was going to say grab him, but okay.
I'm gonna pick him up, give him a gentle shake, and we'll go further depending on what happens.
Nothing stirs him. I need anyone who's staring at him to do a perception check. Damn, son.
I'm dumb. It's what and what?
Wits and awareness. And the eyes have it. Duncan, you notice something odd about his hoodie that's zipped up, because he does wear one that's a long coat style with a zip up. You notice something weird, kind of like jutting out, not naturally, underneath that hoodie.
I will circle around to his back, reach into his breast, and pull out whatever is stuck in his heart.
From the back?
Yeah, I'm grabbing from the back.
Okay. There's nothing back there.
No, like reaching around him like a bear hug type of deal to grab whatever in the front.
Okay.
Wait. Duncan's giving me a reach around?
He is giving you a reach around.
Yes, I am.
All right, so you kind of like brace him under the ribs with one arm, and you reach over around the upper shoulder area of his left hand side, and you pull whatever it is out. And as you pull it out, Jeff, you wake up, and you are hungry as shit and pissed.
What the fuck?
And this is the reason why I went around to the back, so I can still hold him.
You feel the object still underneath the cloth. It is obviously a very short stake with a metal cap on it. And if you take a moment to take it out of his hoodie, you see that the metal cap actually has spikes that dig into the skin to hold it in position.
Before I do any of that, I'm gonna wait to make sure he doesn't frenzy.
Speaking of, Jeff,
Yes?
please roll me a check to see if you frenzy.
Oh
See-
boy.
In my eyes, that was happening with me holding him under their shoulders like a kid.
Oh.
Yep, you're in front and I'm in back. That way he has nowhere to go.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
It's asking me to input a willpower number.
I thought we already had your willpower number is 5 right now. You should have a frenzy check right at the bottom.
Yeah, it was asking me to input the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna say better you than me.
What we got?
6 successes.
Nice. So you did not frenzy.
Ooh.
There was a better time to fucking roll like a king. You just did it. 7 dice and 6 of them were successful. So good on you.
God. As Henry's reaction is to give him a bear hug, driving the stake back. Oh, no.
You're awake! You're asleep again!
Sleepy time.
Did anybody get the number of that truck?
No.
Rosa giggles. I've
You
got the
good?
number of that truck. Come with me. She gets up out of the booth, goes around, like, to go out for the front door.
I'm gonna try and walk. Hopefully I've got all my faculties back.
Oh yeah, you do.
Mostly? Okay.
And you
Yeah,
have the
okay.
stake still kind of in your hoodie.
Yeah, it can stay there for now. I'm gonna follow.
Well, as you walk, it's going to slowly slide down your hoodie and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up when it hits the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shit a steak and then carry on walking.
You guys go to the back lot of the Underdog, and you see a FBI vehicle with a ram bar, and it has been dented all through the side panels. And as you go to the back of it, it has literally been ripped open. So there's the number of that truck.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
It wasn't just me, to be fair. I had to call my brother.
What happened to the
Occupants?
Yes, that's the word.
They found a hole, and we'll just say that.
How many occupants?
6 in total.
I was gonna say there was at least 4. Because I saw 2 and 2 grabbed me. 6 would make sense. Do we... Obviously, FBI, but do we have any idea who they were? Because I was not expecting them.
Never expect the Inquisition.
It's Monty Python.
I mean, she snickers. I know, I'm making lighthearted of kind of a serious situation, but I would assume it's probably them. I saw them enter into your facility. I couldn't get there fast enough, and I'm sorry for that.
No, don't worry about it. I should have been able to tell they were there. In fact, I think I did notice something, but it wasn't enough for me to pay attention to. Not in the state I was in.
Well, needless to say, this isn't good.
Yeah, no.
You're not safe there anymore.
Well, fuck.
Well, I'm gonna have this vehicle for a couple more hours, but then I have to dispose of it. I hope you guys understand. So work it over if you need to, but it's gonna be gone in about 2 hours. I've got some stuff to tend to inside. Call me if you need me. And she heads back in and gives you a little wink as she walks past you, Jeff.
Give her a smile and then immediately get to work searching this thing for anything.
While Jeff is doing that, I'm going to text Liz that we found Jeff and update her on the fact that we have an FBI car and that there were 6 occupants that took him and staked him.
And she messages back, okay, make sure to take pictures.
I'll text back, got it. And then start taking some photos of the car, and basically wherever Jeff starts looking, I'm just gonna like hold my phone there and take a picture.
So as you enter in the back area to take photos, there is sprays of blood just all through there. Everybody who goes into the back, I need you to do a frenzy check. Because like it is just painted.
Are y'all ready?
I think I'm good.
All right, you're good, Emma. Is anyone else going back there?
I'm assuming we have no modifiers for it.
No
correct?
modifiers. Oof. Oof.
Don't do that to us, Henry.
All right. So if it's just you two, Emma, you feel the beast kind of like rear its ugly head inside of you and go, that looks so good. And then you're like, no, you stupid motherfucker, shut up. I gotta take pictures. And the artist in you kind of like shoves the beast into place. Henry, you on the other hand, you go to step in there and just your mouth starts salivating. Like, ooh, buddy, you could lick this plate clean kind of thing. And then you remember, nope, this is evidence. This is something that we have to figure out to help figure out who took my friend. And that kind of quells the beast down a little bit.
Y'all got lucky.
It's still gnawing at the back of your head, so you know you can't stay in there much longer.
With that, I think I'm gonna walk away and
I'm just gonna continue taking photos of everything.
Okay. There's little chunks of meat. You're not sure what it is, if it's like tissue, brains, or what. You just see little chunks kind of speckled throughout the blood along the kind of the bottom of the walls and along the seated areas and whatnot. As you take pictures in the cab of the vehicle, you notice that there's not a whole lot of equipment in there. There's like a basic CB radio, normal radio, and then some paperwork and things like that. Like maintenance log for the vehicle itself is in the glove box, and the keys are dangling from the ignition.
All right, what I'm gonna do is text Liz and see if it's safe to send her some of the photos to see if she notices anything that I don't.
A little bit of time passes after you send the photos, and you get a response. I don't see anything that sticks out.
The other thing that Emma's gonna do is take the like papers and just take pictures of like the front and back of them.
Okay.
Making sure that you can still read everything, but also putting them back where she found them, type of thing.
Okay.
And then look through the glove box.
And it's just a maintenance log in there.
When I look in there, is there anything noteworthy? Like, what was the most recent time that it was maintained?
About a week ago, before it left Memphis, it got a standard oil and like spark plug change.
All right, I'm just gonna put that back. And then take some photos of the outside of the vehicle as well.
Okay. So as you're taking pictures, you see along the panels, the dents, like it was like punched by something significantly larger than you, obviously. Closer to like Henry's size fist, but maybe a little bit larger. There is distinctive claw marks along the passenger door panel, and a little bit of smattering of blood on there as well. The front end of the vehicle, the ram bar that's there, has some chipped paint and seems to be kind of like sagging a little bit, like it hit something at some point.
Okay.
And that's the only like super noticeable things.
Yeah, I'm not really going to touch any of it. I'm just taking photos.
Yeah. Okay, what do you guys want to do now that the photos have been taken?
I guess looking at the stake, aside from the fact that it looks like it was made real mean, is there any kind of like symbol or anything on that metal part, or is it just plain flat metal?
I am so glad you looked at that. So yes, there is a engraving on the metal like driving bit for it, and let me grab. You may not recognize it, but it is a very distinctive, like almost family crest. You suspect that it's probably something Sir would recognize.
Duly noted.
So is he like getting closer to it?
What do you mean?
Like Henry? Like is he like going up close to it?
Oh, he's holding the stake in his
stake,
hand.
Oh, holding it. Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed it when it fell.
Yeah, he picked it up after Jeff decided that he was just gonna drop it on the ground.
All right.
Jeff is very much just kind of standing there stunned, kind of rubbing his chest where the stake was positioned.
I think it may be time to get Jeff something to eat, and then we should all go back, and we should stay there from now on instead of going back to our individual havens.
We don't know Jeff's preference.
He needs something.
He does kind of look up and let you know that he needs somebody who is into like horror and stuff like that, things of that nature. So he has a like prey exclusion to anything other than someone who is part of like Scream Queen style. So people who are into like horror movies, goths, things like that.
Well, do we have any goth juice boxes?
It has to be living. He can't do back blood.
I mean, we can just put it in a doll and he can pretend.
I don't think that's how that works.
Is there anywhere close to my pawn shop that has like a horror community type of deal?
Nothing that would be opened, but there is a goth club on called the Rutledge that is over on 2nd Avenue that is most likely hosting its goth night tonight.
Then we will swing by there and let him go have his pick of the litter.
Yep. Just because Dark is not here to roleplay that out, we are going to kind of skimp over that. I hope nobody minds. I don't particularly feel the need to speak for the player. You guys are successful. There's a couple of goth kids hanging out outside smoking cloves and having a conversation. He just kind of walks up, speaks with some of them. One of them steps off to the side with them, and he has a little snack. More than a little bit of a snack. The person's pretty damn woozy afterwards because he was pretty hungry. Catch and release kind of system, and the person goes back to the inside and gets back in the vehicle with you all.
Alright. Well, seeing how eventful the night was, we're just gonna head back to the Haven then.
Okay. Drive's pretty quiet unless you guys have anything you want to talk about.
Wasn't it Jeff that suggested the buddy system?
Mm-hmm. You guys get back to the Haven, and Liz greets you all as you come in, and she's already printed out the photos and have them kind of sitting on the table, and apparently has been studying them.
Anything of note?
Maybe something in those documents that you took photos of, but not really sure. I'm gonna have to kind of follow the lead a bit, do some inquiries. It is very unfortunate what happened. I also have some bad news for you all. So I got reports from the Brujah. Duncan, don't lose your shit, dude, but I think your human's dead. And your pawn shop has been burnt to the ground. Also, I can't get a hold of Haruto.
Huh. That's not good.
Yeah, not great news. Apparently when they decided to go after Jeff, they decided to go after all of you guys, and if they couldn't find you, they probably destroyed everything.
Henry, you might want to check on your human.
Yep, as soon as yours was mentioned, Henry would have been walking away and rapidly dialing his phone as fast as his fingers could.
Okay. Are you calling or texting?
Calling.
Okay. Couple of rings, and you hear, hello?
Thank God.
I don't know what he has to do with it, but why are you calling me so late?
So remember I told you all that stuff and I said shit was gonna hit the fan sooner or later?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, later's now.
Oh, well that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm really tired, Henry. Okay, do I need to be careful? What do I need to do?
You need to be careful, and I'm gonna try and arrange some things, I think.
Okay, can I go back to sleep now?
Yes.
And about that time, you hear the phone hit the floor. And a scream.
Alright, what time is it?
It is midnight.
I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Henry.
Y'all get...
Emma's gonna stay with Liz at the...
have you hung up the phone? Or did you just
no,
pocket it?
It was probably dropped.
Okay, as you go to rush out, you hear a laugh and then a ping come from your phone or anyone who's near his phone. Does anyone pick it up?
I will pick
right
it up.
behind Henry, so...
And then you start hearing her, Henry, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, so I just freaked out. Like, I'm half asleep when Henry called. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I sent a picture. A spider landed on me.
Oh, well, expect there to be a Henry wherever you are shortly.
Oh no. It's just a spider. It scared me. That's why I sent a picture of it. It is very, very squished.
There's no stopping him. So...
They have not pulled out yet, by the way. 'Cause it requires a Duncan to actually drive him.
Oh, I just assumed Henry was running.
I don't think Henry was waiting for car.
Oh, you're on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and stop him, but just know that he very well could be at your residence shortly, or whenever he gets there.
This man will run into the fucking rising sun for this girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay safe. I'll update you if I can.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm Amber, by the way.
Emma. And then I just hang up the phone and try to run after Henry.
Okay, so this is going to be competing roles here. So we're going to have stamina and athletics. And I need both Emma and Henry to roll those for me. Oh, dear Jesus. Emma, you faceplant.
I faceplant and I go, Henry!
To be fair, Henry, you're not making much progress in the way of speed, though, so you should still be in earshot of her.
Being in earshot does not mean listening.
That's true. Liz kind of jogs up to you, Emma, and lifts you up. I will be right back. I'm assuming it's nothing. I need to stop him?
There was a spider apparently, and that's what happened. She's safe. Henry needs to stop running.
Okay. I'll be right back. And, yeah. Couple of seconds pass, and there is a small Liz running beside you. Hey, yo, you're fine. She's fine. She's fine. You can stop running.
She's fine, says who?
It says the girl on the phone. She's fine.
Didn't sound fine.
She's fine. You didn't hang up when you dropped the phone. She's fine.
Henry's going to skid to a stop, based on the roll, panting like crazy.
And Liz just kind of goes to a jog and then just kind of stops and stands in front of you. You okay there?
Define okay.
Well, are you in a frenzy?
No.
Okay, then you're
No.
fine. Come on. I don't know why you think running is going to get you anywhere, at any rate of speed. Sir, should have asked for a ride if you were going to go somewhere. Come on.
Just gonna follow, panting and huffing the whole way.
Well, you don't breathe, so technically you wouldn't have to do that.
I wouldn't have to, but effect, man.
She takes one of your, like, fingers, like, your hands are so much bigger than hers. She just takes one of your fingers and just kind of starts walking you back. So, Sorry. I've got to ask Henry, who is this girl to you?
She's someone that I promised myself I would keep safe.
I see. I know Victor mentioned that you introduced someone to him.
Yeah, that did happen.
You think you might have a lifelong friend, or?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I just know I may need some help at some point from you guys.
Okay. It's big decisions, you know. Take your time with them. But let's just get you back inside instead of trying to run into the sunrise, you weirdo. She escorts you back in. Emma, what are you doing, honey?
I'll look at Henry and go, Spider, scream. She's fine. Call her back.
There is a picture on the phone of the dead spider.
I just hand him his phone. I'm like, call her.
Just gonna take the phone, shove it in my pocket, and keep walking.
You're having a bad day.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jeff, Duncan, what are you guys doing?
Well, I was right behind him, so I just followed him back.
Okay.
I'm still kind of mentally not there after the whole staking, needing to be fed, checking out the car, all of that lot. So I'm just like, what just happened?
Help.
Yeah, when I
Does
get back
Henry still have the stake holder?
Yep, that's what I was about to address. When I get back inside, as I walk past the table, I'm just gonna toss the steak on it and say, "You guys should look at that," and then go walk away and sit in my chair.
It's sold.
Yep.
I'm gonna examine the stake.
It's a 12-ounce porterhouse.
Oh.
It is made of hardened wood, obviously. The length is approximately a foot deep. So you know it's going to penetrate the heart but not come out the back. And the cap on the back of it appears to be silver, like a hardened silver. And there is grippers all the way around it to where it will grip into the skin.
So I've probably got a fairly sizable hole in my chest that's healing.
It is healing, yes. Fairly quickly since you were able to eat.
There's a point. Did the people that I fed on count as part of my...
Yes.
Okay.
Because you've got the Scream Queen style, so it's horror, goth, anything that's into the macabre. So
Yeah.
they fit that criteria. But the cap has grippers that allows it to grip onto the skin once it becomes embedded, and the end of it has a crest, like a very ornate crest.
Do we recognize the crest? Is it?
You vaguely remember seeing it in some of the searches that you did with Sir,
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured.
and some of the documents that were sent over from his PMC. So when you're looking through it, you find that. Are you digging through the paperwork to find the crest?
If we're back at the Haven, then yeah.
Yeah. So it is a crest that belongs to the Society of Leopold. So, quick rundown of the information of the Society of Leopold that you have available to you is the Society of Leopold claims that their ideology roots lie in the Michaelites, a secret order founded by a converted Roman soldier that who was dedicated on protecting the early Christians that hid in the Roman catacombs from the monsters that lurked within. Their official formation, however, came with the advent of Leopold von Moranu, a German Dominican who was granted special dispensation by Pope Gregory IX in 1231 to combat supernatural evil. Under Leopold's guidance, society grew, encountering several strange supernatural creatures that abused and toyed with humanity for their own amusement. Although the society was also pursuing regular heretics like the albinisms, they also attacked supernaturals of every faction. Among their victims, accusations and imputations flew around as each group suspected their rivals of pulling the strings behind the new threat, unaccustomed to the fact that humans began to realize their presence in their midst. That's kind of like a quick rundown of where they started from, which of course Sir would have been privy of because that was around his time frame.
Okay, so this is either a new group or the same group we've been dealing with, or another sect of the same group. We are very quickly picking up enemies. And how the fuck do they know who I am?
Well, it appears they know all of us because they burnt my shop to the ground and killed my employee. Apparently, Haruto's missing, so they're ballsy enough to go after Primogens.
So... This feels like we're at war.
Liz kind of pipes up. Kind of warned you that was a good possibility.
Oh, I know, I hoped it wouldn't get to this point. It's always messy.
No, there's no winners in war. Everyone loses, to some degree. Emma, did you take pictures of this by chance? The steak?
I did not.
She pulls out her phone and tries to figure out how to use the pictures. Like, how to find it. She's like, is this how you do this? And she just kind of holds it to you.
Gently, put my hand on her shoulder and just go, let me do it. And I take a few pictures of the steak and then send them to her.
Awesome. Alright, so do you guys need this physically? Because I would like to take this to my sister.
Don't
By
think
all
we need
means,
it right
take
now.
it.
Yep. If possible, I would like it back.
Well, I'm not sure what she's gonna do to it, so that's
Nah,
why I was curious if you're okay with me taking it.
Oh yeah, if it is not in a state to be returned, that is fine. But if by the time you're done it is, still usable and can be returned, it would be appreciated.
She kind of leans over and she whispers, I don't know what the hell she does with the blood magic stuff, so I can't promise anything.
Don't worry too much about it.
Alright, so she kind of pockets it. It's like, alright, I'm going to run this over there along with the pictures you sent me, Emma, and do some digging from our end and see what I can come up with, because this isn't good. We've got a missing Primogen. We've got reports of fires at various havens. So we need to figure this out, and quick. And she says, I'm going to walk up the road a bit and pick up a Uber at the gas station down the road, so I don't draw attention to this location. And I will see you guys shortly.
Be safe.
She just kind of waves and shuts the door behind her as she leaves.
All of a sudden, Emma looks at Jeff, Duncan, and Henry, goes, my plants. Do you think my plants are okay?
How long has it been since you watered them?
I'm not concerned about watering them. Do you think they got destroyed? I mean, your place and then... Oh no.
Do you want to go check on your plants?
That's not a wise idea. Maybe I'll just get some plants for here. Yes. I'll go do some research on that. And then I walk off.
So that is going to be it for this evening. I want to say thank you to everybody who has come and is hanging out and giving us crap and asking us questions. Thank you. I know it's very slow paced compared to what we typically do here, so it's much appreciated. And we will be back on the 12th of next month